World of Hurt onto the Annie early on, and tries to crush those towers and take them down. And yeah, I feel Skewed is going to be doing a lot of not a lot, because that's kind of Viego right now. Just not the strongest champion, but still forever adored by pro players because he can just press R and get away from trouble. And
it is very fun to play. It is very fun to play. I have to admit, Viego it just feels good to play, unless you never get to use your ultimate. Yeah, it's a very Feast of Famine champion, and Skewed, new jungler, wants to leave his mark, maybe fight for his spot with Penguin. So I can understand why you wanted to go this way. I would prefer more formulaic early game jungler to try and fight around your lanes, but that's not what they selected. And we have another level 1 fight down in the bot lane, Lulu against Nami. This time around, Zuhao is standing his ground. Yep, that is a good trade for Secret, already doing much better than last game.
Zuhao definitely feels a lot more comfortable on the Lulu than the Nami, but Eddie missing his auto attacks on the minions and missing his last hits was bit of fun. But yeah, you just definitely see even this, like, level 1 is in the control of Zeri Lulu usually, and it's just roughly when those extra levels start to come in, but that you start to see Lucian Nami sort of do its thing, and trading so heavily.
Yeah, he's playing so much better already. In like the first minute of the game, he's playing better than anything is. Okay, Eddie. Okay, calm down there, buddy. If that angle goes a little wrong, he got under tower, but well played, I guess. I was a little scared for his life there, but already looking so much more comfortable on the Zeri Lulu, so that's very good to see. I'm personally a big fan of Zuhao's, but Skewed and Artifact, that's another Annie combo. Double stun, that's beautifully done, and Nuga has nowhere to go. Skewed with the first blood, and Annie can set up jungler so easily. Everyone would love to play with Annie in mid lane, because that's a point-and-click stun, that's so easy to follow up, and that's Tristana on the back foot from the very start of the game.
Yeah, and we saw beforehand just how low that Nugu had been gotten from poke, and just making sure that with the early rank up of the E's from Artifact, it just meant that damage had got reflected enough that Nugu's just so low, and it just sets up for an easy flash stun follow-up from Skewed. Viego off and rolling is a good start for him, because that means he can try and keep the soul swapping away. And oh my god, no!
We hate to see that one. That is our dreaded pause screen on the Rift. We made it through one game without a pause, Marby. It's not bad. The start is decent. Actually, I have to count all the pauses so we can commission the right amount of poros on the pause screen for the future, because that is quite a few poros coming to Maokai. I think Maokai is at the end of the split. I'm not sure if there's going to be any Maokai on the screen with all the poros coming in. But
I feel after day 1 of the split, we should have just had a big poro with little Maokais around him. But yeah, so far it's sort of just looking like a little bit of the reverse of game 1. Early gank to the mid lane gets the Annie a kill, or the jungler with the Annie, and the bot lane on blue side is pressuring and doing well on the 2v2. So it's looking just a little bit of reverse. So now we have to see, can NBE turn that around and catch out Skewed in the jungle and get themselves an advantage into the mid game that they can snowball into a victory, or is this going to be just a clean snowball effective closeout from Secret?
Yeah, I would like to see a cleaner game from Secret, right? Because last game they didn't really live up to the standards we set for them. We talked about this a bit before the game started. I feel like their floor is pretty high, and they didn't really show a high floor in terms of individual execution in the last game. So would be nice to see them clean up some of their mechanical errors and just play a solid game. The league overall right now is in a state where a lot of the teams are on the side of slow play, so I'm not sure if the Secret is going to fall into the same footsteps as we have Rift again, so let's cut over their very short pause. I'm not sure what all these very short pauses are about, but it's good to see the Rift again.
could be anything from ping to, you know, just a mouse driver. A mouse is acting a little bit funky and comes back to life. Just a little bit of anything, as we just see, just a bit ping pong back and forth. Hero not having the best time in this top lane matchup, getting counterpicked by the Jacks, losing out a little bit in pressure and CS, but still has that potential to turn around. I'm looking towards these Herald fights and these dragons as the moment the map will explode, because that's how we've been playing the game recently. Nice and calm until it isn't.
Yeah, very objective focus right now. The meta very much about the, especially in the early game, about the trait of Herald against Dragon. We did see a big Herald fight in game 1 yesterday of MBEs, where they just lost the game in the first fight of the game. Then the rest of the game was a little bit of a horror show. So let's hope they're not gonna repeat that mistake. I do feel like they have decent setup for their early Herald fight this time around, though. Strong early game champions, a lot of execution damage, and even snowball potential with the likes of Nugu on the Tristana. So maybe in this game it would actually be advisable to go for that kind of flip in the early game.
Again. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna just. Hopefully that'll give them the control they need to start pushing these lanes out alongside Nugu and open up the opportunity for this first dragon to fall down, but Artifact just keeping the lane.
Oh,
sharp.
no.
Oh, no. The bait! It's gonna be a Tibbers, it's gonna be a follow-up. Heartbreaker not available, so Nugu just gonna be able to flash away, but...
Oh, bot lane?
Flash force. Bot lane is going to continue. Eddie moving forward.
Oh, Eddie's in a lot of trouble. He has to flash.
So much damage coming
Look
out.
at Zuhal
doing a lot. The supports will trade the kills, and now it's Zodiac versus Zuhal. Bubble misses, and that will fade out as the minions are too much for Zodiac to bear.
The 2 support kills, that was hilarious to watch as a former support main.
To see it.
Yep, that was really, really enjoyable. Lulu and Nami executing the ADCs there. Let's look at this again. Slow's just chasing in there, and Zodiac buying so much time, but at the meantime, I feel like Slows and Zodiac should have dominated this fight, but good flash from Eddie forces Zodiac to overcommit, and this exposes his ADC to a little bit of Lulu magic. So in the end, just a support trade, which does favor the Nami, because she spikes much harder with her Mythic completed, so this should still be a positive trade for the side of MBE. No, we don't like Sepia Rift. Stop this, please. Thank you.
Yeah, then just trying to get early kills onto your Nami to get that Imperial Mandate. It's brings you back to the good old days of 2017 a little bit, in that one specific circumstance of feed the support, but... Yeah, it looks like Tomrio was going towards that dragon and before that pause. So it's a lot more even. It seems fairly even around this time. Nugu not having a lovely time in this mid lane. Artifact being able to sort of bait in the aggression and put him down. But yeah, not a lot really coming together. Just a few scrappy kills here and there.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. I like how Nugu got away from that gank, as we are back onto the rift. Can we please just...
Can we decide?
Yeah, these pauses throw me off, but here we go again. MBE on the dragon, so it seems to have been the trade that we've talked about earlier with the dragon against Herald. And MBE for now with a little bit of power on the bot side of the rift.
Yeah, definitely having that, got the pressure on the reset and can pick up this dragon, but Rift Herald... Rift Herald not being picked up yet. Hasn't even spawned up, of course. But we see Skewed hovering onto that top side. Just gonna keep the pressure down onto Nugu. Really want to make sure this Tristana cannot get any damage down to these plates, get rolling like she wants to. So far, so good. 1 kill and pretty much no damage to the mid lane tower, and just keeping on.
Okay, let's try to look into the future. Is this game once again slow down to where we don't really care what's going on the screen right now because it's not going to amount to much? Where do you see MBE's win conditions slash points of power later on in the game? What do they have to play through here to have a better chance of winning their first game in the VCS?
So you should, in theory, have pretty much excellent side lane pressure between the Tristana and the Jax as the game goes on, and you can use that to try and drag Team Secret around the map a little bit. And then you have pretty fantastic pick tools between the Lucian Nami combo and the Gragas, so I think just trying to utilize the pressure and create some bad rotations and then catch Team Secret in the act. As maybe here's a little bit of something as teams have moved up for the Rift Herald.
You know what you also could do? Just flip for Herald and see what happens. Because that's what we're setting up. Samba is actually recalling, so he can't participate. This should signal that MBE should disengage, but instead they're walking into the river. 4v5 from the map. What are we doing here? Bubble misses, and that's the engage for Team Secret. They have Meganar. This does not look good for MBE. Run for your lives. It's 1 kill already, but 1 kill is okay so far. Team Secret win the situation once again, and MBE looks lost once again. Not the team. Not the move to go for there. They could have tried to push for bot lane. Instead, they just show up to the Rift Hold without a top laner and lose out on the situation. Now, Slow's in a lot of trouble. Uh-oh, Slows, please run away.
Lots of damage coming down, but the culling should keep them at bay. Yeah, you have double ADC. You absolutely could have just said, okay, Sunmer is at half health. We can't fight this slice. What have you done? He's going to get away with the flash, but no, that's not what you want.
I don't even understand the concept there. Like, what does he conceptualize in his head to go for that blast cone? What? Huh? That makes no sense whatsoever. Slows, please. Just calm down a bit.
Trying to dodge the Ultra Shock laser? We're just gonna bully Slows a little bit by showing it again, and yeah, the Extendo Beam comes through, and he could have just walked away. He could have just walked out of it, but he just hits the boss cone. Misclick, I guess? Some more damage comes down onto Artifact in the mid lane, but
your guess is as good as anyone's. Because I don't think anyone can really explain what's happened there. But in the meantime, Team Secret now with good control over the map. Look at the gold bleed. It's actually huge already. It's 2.5k for Secret. And they do still have the Rift Hold, I believe. Or did they drop it already? Oh, we didn't see that.
It's currently sitting in Hero's pockets right now. Unless he has dropped, he has not. But just needs to find an opening. So I think it's time to get skewed, get Artifact.
Oh, Summer flashed and ulted on the top lane. Oh, something is happening. MB is trying to go for the Hail Mary replace.
Happening at once.
Oh.
And Nugu's gonna die because Shuhao is in position, and at the top side, Sunma tried to get something done onto Hero. We didn't actually get to see, but he is low. And Hero has a flash. Hero has Narbar rising.
Yeah, they're trying. I mean, I have to commend them for actually trying to go for kills here because they're so far behind. They probably have to play a little bit more aggressively. And Nugu does stack his lethal tempo very quickly, but what a nice reaction from Artifact. Then Nugu, of course, is overcommitted. Just can't do much more. It's a little painful to watch. I have to admit, seeing this team struggle to go for anything and just scrambling to get any semblance of control and advantage in the fight and just failing over and over again is a little rough to see, but it's a new team. We have to cut them some slack as they want to chase down Hero. He does a flash though. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Nugu, I mean, the Buster shot an instant flash to sort of follow it up, sort of calculating his damage probably correctly, just, yeah, the stopwatch coming clutch. And because of that, this means that the mid lane has lost more control, and bot lane pretty much never had any to begin with. So it's an easy setup for another dragon. Now they can't quite get the Rift Herald to work because it's in the on the wrong person's pocket, but that's fine for Team Secret. Just chipping away at plates and taking dragons.
They chase here. They're too scared that Skewed is still around. There was a little bit of an opening for the bot lane, but Slows is low in mana. Oh, he still ease in. That's Eddie with the ultimate from the... Okay, Eddie, it really wants to kill them. And I think he has the kill. There's the number one for Eddie. Can they still chase it down? Lulu's shield employed, and Zodiac Fish needs to swim away to his turret as quickly as possible. The Skewed is on the flank, and that's another slow from Zuhao.
Just a simple Heartbreaker predicts the flash as well. Very nice, and Hero is going to suffer on the other side, but in the end, it's a 2-for-1 trade, and a little bit of damage on the mid lane as well as the bot lane. So, and don't forget the dragons. So Team Secret just sort of winning out in the cross-map plays. Hero, there's no Rift Herald. I don't know if he dropped it, and that's why he was caught so far up, but this dash forward to
Beautiful
try and sort of
flash.
get the wild growth play, and just flashing over the bubble, flashing over the wave. Really nicely played from Eddie.
Yeah, and Eddie walking on the line here with the turret range 2 times already in this game where he's gone forwards, and I was scared for the turret to just shoot him down, but he really knows how to play around this turret range on the Zeri. Beautifully done. Actually, redeeming some of the things he did in the last game. And his flash this time used much more effectively than just flashing in place in mid lane 2 times in a row. So I feel like it's a much better game for all of the Secret members. And to be fair, it's their first series of the week, so maybe they just need a little bit of time to adjust to the stage again. And this game, they're looking like the dominant team they should be when they fight against MBE.
Yeah, just needed the warm-up in that first game, and now they look like they are very much running it. The bot lane looks far more comfortable on this duo. Artifact in full control. Hero having a bit of a less fun time, but he is holding his own just fine. 1 death and 10 CS up. That's fine in a counter matchup. You're more than happy with that, and Rift Herald is gonna spawn very shortly, I assume, which is why everyone's up here. No? Yes. 9 seconds.
Yeah, it's coming up, and MBE is trying to do cross-map with the Tristana and bot lane. That's actually decent macro play there. A little bit of objectives bounties on the menu as well. And Tristana usually very good at shutting down those turrets. As we see, 15-minute turret platings have gone away 1 minute earlier, so let's see if Tristana can get it. It doesn't seem like she's able to get through all of that turret HP. In the end, it's another objective in the pockets of Team Secret.
Not on this wave, but a lot of damage coming down onto Eddie. May have to be a little bit safer, but they know they have Skewed in pocket. Are they going to try and go for something, or is it just going to be a Rift Herald crash, or just a clear? It does not look like there is any threat of kills. So keep it simple, and it's just going to be a quick pickup of not even a tower. They're not going to try and finish it off. Okay. Just Hero will. Hero gets the first tower. Hooray!
What? This tower?
Gets the second tower.
It's negative HP tower. that health bar for the tower looked very stupid. As Slows wants to go again. Oh, and that's a lot of damage on Zuhao. Can he finish the kill? Is Eddie firing back? And now it's time for Skewed to flash in. Zuhao dies on the backside and Skewed. They might actually win this fight. Good one from Tom Rio. That's another kill. And now it's all on Eddie. Eddie's trying to kite, but that's a bubble. Beautifully done. Eddie, no! Eddie, can he finish the triple kill? That's a lot of damage. He gets the triple. Eddie! Whoa, not bad from the Zeri. He doesn't even dodge the bubble.
The spacing, not enough damage to finish him off, and then the shield bow coming in huge, picking it up. That ultimate fully stacked as well, just dishing out so much damage. Absolutely mental. They commit so much onto trying to blow up Zuhao straight away, and I guess just he got popped by the barrel. That's where he went, and just ignoring Zeri long enough to really stack up these ultimates and just
Slows missed his Q. Slows missed his Q. He angered the Q on the minion and it just barely missed Zeri's model. That is insane. Okay, I can't even blame him for that because that did not look possible there. But the Q didn't hit the Zeri. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And look at that damage. That is a one item Zeri dealing 5k damage in a single fight. Oof.
just slapping 3 people at the same time, I guess. Just, oh, damn. Anyway, Zeri picked up a triple kill, so Zeri's going to be well on her way to a second item, be that a Bloodthirst, a Navori Quick Blades, or an Infinity Edge, depending on Eddie's choosing. It looks like it's a Runans. That's a Runans, so very happy. And can just happily farm away to pick up that third item and start dishing out the real damages. And he's going for a stroll with Tibbers. Don't know what Tibbers was used for, but he's here. He's saying hello.
Okay, Nugu just dies on the other side of the map. We can't see that, but Eddie is in here, and Eddie wants another one. Eddie wants another triple kill. Look at his damage. It's insane. He's flashing forward. Eddie is having so much fun in this game. That's another triple for Eddie. 8 kills now to his name. Can he break the kill record here? It's 20 kills, I believe, from Slater from last year. So he's only 12 away. If a few more teamfights go like that and they extend the game, we might actually look at Eddie with a record game. And here comes Zhu Hao and Artifact, the 2 small champions on the Jax, but they do have the upper hand. Can Jax move? Can he actually do anything? Nope.
Turns out you can't do much without 2 small girls in a trench coat when they both have magical powers. Despite having a lamppost, and we're just going to see Nugu here getting popped, and just, I guess, yeah, lots of damage, and they end up leaving very shortly and getting eventually run down by Jax, but overall can't complain. Across the map, it was just so much damage being traded. If we get a replay in that red quadrant brush,
let's hope not.
It's just looking at how little damage Eddie was taking. Just took negative damage from that culling with that wild growth on it, and just looked miserable. It looked like Eddie couldn't get anything done. Gold 10,000. Oh no, it's a disaster. Just in that gold department. Eddie is having the time of his life.
Bit of an AD diff, you might say.
Close is suffering under the weight of having a deck that's not doing anything, that's not building into anything. And
I'm not sure if that's his biggest problem, to be honest, Marby.
Second, and like it would help if he had 1100 gold closer to his rapid fire cannon.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think it's going to change much in this game. But yeah, Team Secret just looking much more coordinated in this game. I like to see them looking like a very dominant team, because that's what they should do in this series at least. The saddest frame of the last replay in the bot lane was actually when Sunma arrived with his teleport and just stood there for half a second, deciding where he wanted to go. As that's another engage, Artifact is in there, that's Gragas already down, and now Eddie's on the chase. We are collecting kills for Eddie. Can we get more?
No. My goodness, that's a dead Zodiac, and Slows is going to get away with the skin of his teeth. But Nugu getting interrupted on the rocket jump by the wild growth. Absolutely mental. Nothing could be done. What's Jack's gonna do?
1v5. Can we see it?
Come on, fella. He's got a Warden's Mail. He's getting towards that frozen heart. What can he do? Nothing.
Might be a bit of an FF angle here in this game. Perfectly honest.
Oh, yeah, I suppose if you want to go for the Hail Mary, you have a lot of objective damage. So if you find Team Secret slipping, you can move into a Baron and just kill them. But Tamrio dies instantly, the knock-up interrupting Nugu's escape, and then Hero on the flank to cut off Zodiac and Slows. Slows does get away, but the damage is done. Two more towers fall, and an inhibitor mid. Just waiting for the final nail. Baron is on the menu now, and I think Team Secret just need to sort of set up and pick that one up, and because their siege isn't, it's not the best in the world, so pick that up to knock down a few more inhibitors and clean out the game, or if nothing else, bait an MBE to try and make a steal, and then find the pick and run it through mid.
Okay, Marby, as the game is really not that interesting anymore, let me ask you about this very contentious topic that is Zeri itemization. I personally am not a big fan of Zeri with Navori, even though I love a Navori as an item on a lot of champions. On Zeri, me, it makes very little sense. Where do you land on the Zeri discussion?
I'm gonna say it's better than what Tomario's feeling right now, which is being absolutely removed from the
Okay,
game.
that's cheating. That's cheating.
I don't know. I think if you're playing it a little bit further back, trying to keep playing front to back team fight, I actually like it in the same way that you want the ricochet, you like the quick blades on Siva, and because your ultimate zaps through the enemy team and that gets a little bit of a damage buff.
Yeah, but the Qs don't get a damage buff. That's the big thing. Zeri Q doesn't get damage buff.
The zappies on your
That's
ultimate.
true. Yeah. Her E, her ultimate, and yeah.
So that really
right.
helps in a front to back team fighting situation. In this case, I think it would be better for an IE, but it does not matter. It's generally player
Okay,
preference.
Eddie's in there. Let's go. He gets bubbled again, but now Eddie, under a little bit of pressure, he needs to run away. Can Eddie make it happen? On the backside, Skewed is just executing everyone, and Skewed might actually run away with the big kills here. Zeri finally gets another kill, and Eddie has to end the game with only 10 kills, I believe, so a little bit disappointing. I wanted to see him go more than that, but in the end, it's a dominant victory for Team Secret. They are really showing up here in the second game. First was a bit of a struggle, but in the second game, they won top to bottom. Every lane dominated MBE, and unfortunately, on the other side, with a team with an 0-6 game score now.
It's not